Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the three-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his second season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Well, Deshaun Watson, when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football. But that mobility, that added dimension, and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long. He finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
Watson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But his opening drive, while stalled out, it still gave him 3 points.
But the new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Well, a little bit of space there for Cook that time as he winds up getting about 7 there on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a ring like hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out. And
touchdown, Jets! Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Browns drive about to get started. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down, Watson. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 0. first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On fourth down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Jets will take over first and 10. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass career number 9 in the NFL.
They've struggled a little bit trying to really capitalize this group. They're top 10 in the league against the pass. But the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on that and punted away on fourth down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over first and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. They're going to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense and to win.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. They go with Chubb on second down. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third and 19. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Jermaine Johnson. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's taken on the 25. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Jets will take over. New York ready to go again offensively. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Rodgers with a pass caught by Conklin. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
His throw caught right around the 6. And the Jets are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
To throw is Rodgers. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A running play on 1st down will give 4 up to the 29.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A nice gain of 21 yards.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
On 1st down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now Watson. He's got the connection to Moore. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. A give running right is Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Watson. That is caught. But he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
No time out.
Now it's Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Randall Cobb. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Watson's throw held in by Bell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To throw is Watson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Watson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before the break. Watson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Jets going to take over on offense. Third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 76 yards. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that one obviously worked out, but it's one where you kind of hold your breath because he was sitting there waiting to take a hit as he threw that ball downfield.
And this is the NFL. You're going to be tested a lot as a guy throwing the football. Will you stand in there, take the hit, and deliver downfield? And when you do it consistently, your offensive line loves you. Your receivers love you. Everyone does their job to the utmost because they have that kind of confidence in you, and they know that you've shown some toughness, and that's what he exhibited there.
But your body hates you.
No, your body's not real thrilled about the whole thing, but ice packs all around for the QB.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. Get back to where you were to start the half.
There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flushed out right. Now he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Gets this over the middle to Tillman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Watson. That's complete. It's Bell. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Watson now to throw. And he'll find Akins there, complete. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Watson on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Watson off play action. He's got Akins, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 70. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jets.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking out some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
John Franklin Myers able to record his 5th sack of the season. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys?
There he goes, right side. Nick Chubb. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a bit closer. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Well, you certainly have to give them credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. They'll run with Carter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Rodney McLeod up to make the tackle. Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one. Hall again on second down. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one. Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. This now a 3rd and 4. Carter straight ahead. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds? Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half. I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. A first throw for the backup, Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson from 21 yards away. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out. And they'll begin at the 25. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Watson looks to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. A gain of 22. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. They'll get this complete to Tillman. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. Touchdown, Browns! Jordan Akins, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Jets.
Again, help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. Tries the right side, and he finds Bell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Last time, now they double it and get 10 here. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap.
But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Quick slant here to Woods. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And that's going to be incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the 50, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll go again with a Banacanda. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7. A give up the middle to Carter. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st. Now it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Carter. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL